Yeah, I'm him. Yeah, hit that like, share, and subscribe button on me, Like I say, man, y'all know I bring y'all the true, the real, and only the real people that can deal with me. Only the real people, my real people, my true subscribers, they the ones that ain't scared of me. My subscribers, they tough as nails. They ain't scared of me. But you got those people who hear the truth that I spit, oh boy, they can't take it. They can't take it. Then they'll raise up. But anyway, man, um, I was just like I say, I see stuff and I don't see nobody else helping. I don't see nobody else saying nothing about the stuff. And that's why I do a video on this stuff and say something about it. But I love tampering with you workout guys, you steroid guys and all that, man. Man, you notice you see these videos, these workout videos, man. And these guys always pouring that pre-workout stuff and powder in their mouth. Oh, they just go heavy on it. Man, let me tell you something. That stuff is a stimulus. And a stimulus raises your blood pressure. And that stuff got way more. It's got extra whatever it is that's in a stimulus that raises your blood pressure. It's got 2 or 3 times the amount in it. So let me explain something to you. When you take that stuff in your blood, that stuff gonna raise your blood pressure up. And then when you start working out, that's gonna raise it up even more. It's just by the grace of God that you don't just drop dead while you guys working out. It's by the grace of God that you don't drop dead. Because I guarantee you, and I'm going to tell you something that I ain't never seen that one of you guys do. You workout guys, you run from blood pressure. You want to ignore it because it's high. And that's dangerous. But you want to pretend like you don't see it sitting over there. Hey, blood pressure sitting over there knocking. Hey, I'm high. But yeah, if I never seen none of you guys do this. You go ahead and take that pre-workout stuff. Start working out. In the middle, when you start working out, stop what you're doing and check your blood pressure. I guarantee you it's hospital bound. Your blood pressure will be at the numbers. If you was at the hospital and you took your blood pressure, they would admit you. Your blood pressure will be so high, they would admit you in the hospital. They wouldn't even let you leave the hospital with your blood pressure that high. But you guys be working out and ignoring it. And then I'm telling you something. It might don't get you now, but it gonna catch up with you in the long run. And I'm gonna tell you how. You see, imagine, and a doctor explained this to me one time. Imagine, basically, you know a fire hydrant? Those fire hydrants, they turn them on, let the water skeet out, let the kids play on them. Sometimes they used to. I don't know if they still do that, but you know that big gush of water comes out of a fire hydrant. And let's say you hook a little bit of garden hose up to it. The garden hose, the one you got in your yard and you water your grass and your flowers with. You hook that up to a fire hydrant. That big gush of water trying to go through that little hose. That's how it is when you have high blood pressure. Your veins and your veins and stuff like that, and that's the heart pumping so much blood through those little veins. And then sooner or later, and as that keep going on, it weakens those veins. Those veins get weak. And next thing you know, as time go on, you already done damaged them veins. You already done damaged the blood vessels in your brain. You already done weakened them by continuously abusing your blood pressure. And now when you get done working out, when you say you want to retire from working out, now all of a sudden you hear about these Next thing you know, daddy got it up on YouTube. R.I.P. bodybuilder so-and-so. R.I.P. bodybuilder this. You know, he was a good guy. You know, he was this and he was that. You done dropped dead, see, because you done destroyed your body. You done destroyed your blood vessels. You done destroyed your veins. All that, they couldn't handle that doggone, all that pressure that you were sending through them. And that's because you sitting there with your blood pressure sky high. Your blood pressure sky high. These guys will die to have muscles. And like I say, man, this stuff is I don't get it. Why ain't nobody talking about that but me? I'm serious, man. This stuff is a waste of time. You think I'm gonna kill myself for nothing? I mean, come on, man. Why nobody ain't seeing what I'm seeing? You think I'm on I mean, dude, they put a lot into that stuff. They put a lot into that bodybuilding. And I'm talking about it ain't easy. But you think I'm gonna put all of that into a bodybuilding and I don't get to keep the muscles? When I'm done working out, them things gonna go down like a deflated balloon. They not yours to keep. I mean, it's like you just doing all that working out, all that dieting, all that eating right, all that measuring your food, and all of this. And at the end of the day, it's for nothing. Now, what are you going to do when you get old? You ain't work nowhere. You don't got no 401k. You don't got nothing. You don't got nothing. You got this little blonde, little hot, sexy chick here on your arm right now. She only with you just because the spotlight on you. She only with you just because you got muscles. She only with you because you making a little money from the supplement companies right now. But all that's going to be gone when you can't work out no more. When the doctor tell you you can't work out no more, that you sick, you can't take steroids no more, you know where she going to go? She going to fly away. She going to fly away on you. See, because at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, look at the reason why she with me. See, a lot of guys don't want to own up to it. And you don't want to face reality. You want to hide from reality, and you don't want to face it. But it's there. You don't want to say to yourself, you don't want to ask yourself, and you don't want to admit it to yourself, this girl only with me because I'm working out. I got muscles, and, you know, I sign autographs, and, you know, I make a little money from the supplement company. You know, I'm something big when I walk in the building. This girl only with me because of that. Ask yourself. And this is the main question that you know, bodybuilders and people that got these little hot girls, this is the question that they don't want to ask themselves. What if I wasn't who I am? Would she be with me? But you know what they know? They already know she wouldn't be with them. But they so weak. And so you so weak and so desperate to have a woman, you'll take it. You'll take a woman who don't want you. You'll take a woman who don't want you. You'll take a woman who don't want you. And at the end of the day, it's like a woman love attention. I don't care how you cut it. A woman love attention. You can't have a woman and not give her no attention. Screw the attention that you give her at home. When you and her step out in public and all those cameras on you, but she don't get to have none on her. You know, she only with you hoping that she get a glimpse of she hoping that a little glimpse of the camera get on her. You just look at these videos. I be reading them. I be studying them. I analyze. When I'm looking at their videos, I be looking at their girl. I'm looking at how she doing her best to try to get on the camera a little bit. And he do his best not to show her on the camera. You know, he trying to hide her. She know what you're doing. She know exactly what you're doing. You doing that because you don't want nobody else to see her, and you don't want her to get her big fan base going. and then she might leave you. But if you knew she was yours, you wouldn't be scared to put her on camera. You wouldn't be scared, let her start her own channel and see, you don't want to, you know she gonna come up off of you. You know she gonna use you to come up. She gonna use you to get her channel started. And when she get her channel started, you figure, man, she ain't gonna want me no more. But you willing to sacrifice and have a woman that you know don't really want you. You willing to sacrifice and just to have one on your own. But yeah, man, these guys, man, like I say, man, ain't no way. At the end of the day, they ain't work like I say, very few bodybuilders make it. Everybody ain't gonna make it. But very few of you might win the Mr. Olympics, and you get a lifetime contract with whoever. So you like Jay Cutler, Ronnie Coleman, they made it. They made it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be something big. Feel heat. These guys made it. So, they made it. But come on, man. You know how many bodybuilders out there? You gotta fight through all of them to win. And like I say, look at you guys that don't even qualify in the top 20. All that hard work you done put in. All that killing your body. And you don't even make it to the top 20. That means you just got in the competition for nothing. You got ready for the competition for nothing. And like I say, you get the little supplement company and they pay for your little house or whatnot and all this stuff. And but at the end of the day, you don't own that. They do. But like I say, the big boys, the one that, the top 5, they the only one that's getting something out of this. Derek Lansford, you know what I'm saying? They getting something out of this. Samson Duda, they got their own gym. Chris Bumstead, they done made it, you know what I'm saying? So they done made it in this thing. But at the end of the day, don't matter how much you made it. Shoot, that girl still a cheat on you now. She still a cheat on you. Why? Because she's not getting attention from you that she wants. Derek Lansford always, every time he talk, yeah, I got a beautiful wife and a beautiful daughter, my family this and my family this and this and that, my family. Man, come on, bro. I'm just being real with you, man. That girl will cheat on you, just snap of the finger. Because, see, you don't pay her enough attention. What you give her at home, that, like I say, that don't mean nothing. She don't want that. When she see you got a bigger something, you got a bigger thing when we step out the house. She wants some of that attention. She want a chance to be on the camera. She want a chance to talk. She want a chance to, you sit there and you run your mouth for 6 hours straight. You sit there and run your mouth for 6 hours straight. She sitting over there playing with the baby. Shoot, she wanna talk too. But she ain't gonna tell you. She ain't gonna tell you that, I want to be on the camera. She don't want to upset you. She know it might upset you because if you wanted her to be on camera, you would put her on there more. But no, you don't want her to be on the camera. You don't want her to be on the camera. And like I say, man, y'all guys, man. Like I say, you ones that ain't made it big in this bodybuilding stuff, and you shooting steroids up and you killing yourself, and at the end of the day, like I say, you taking steroids, you might have to have some serious work done, and where you gonna get some insurance? You might have some insurance now, but once you done with that bodybuilding, how you gonna pay for your insurance? You ain't making no money to pay for it. Trust me, once you done, them supplement company gonna drop you like a hot potato. They're going to drop you like a hot potato because at the end of the day, they don't care nothing about your health. All they want you to do is keep some muscles so you can keep showing up at meet and greets and sign autographs, you know, and had a couple of cans of your supplement sitting beside you so you can promote that while you signing autographs. That's all they care about. You know, you might have got sick. You ain't able to work no more. You ain't able to work out no more. You know, that. And I give you another one. This happened to, God, what was his name? Cedric McMillan, if I ain't mistaken. You know, he made it clear. You know, he said it. He even said it. He said exactly what I said, and it's kind of like where I got it from. But he was saying that, you know, he been sick, and he been going to the doctor, and the doctor can't figure out what's going on. He said he keep having his hiccups and stuff, and he don't know what's going on. And so he went to the doctor. They don't know what's wrong with it. They told him to put him on a liquid diet, and he said, darn, you know, he can't get on the liquid diet. He gonna lose all his weight. And he said he lose all his weight. He said these supplement companies, they don't care. They want you to, you know, still show up and sign autographs and stuff. He said, so, you know, if you ain't got no muscles, he's like, you know, you ain't nobody wanting you're gonna look bad at the meet and greet. You're gonna look bad. He said, you don't want to they don't want you to give them a bad look, you know. He said, darn, so, you know, I tried something else. I tried to still work out. And he said, you know, I lose the contract. He said, they can drop you from the contract, you know, if they don't, and when they want to. He said, if I drop for the contract, darn. He said, you know, I got my girl, my wife, and my kids. He said, you know, I'm going to lose my big house. I'm going to lose that. He said, so, you know, I got to try to keep going. So, you know, he tried to fight through the pain to keep what he got. You see what I'm saying? He tried to fight through the pain to keep what he got, and ended up killing him. You know, doc told him to give it up, but he didn't want to lose what he got. Cause the supplement company, shoot, they don't give you no back. They don't give you no kind of guarantee we gonna hang with you even if you get sick. No supplement company, they don't care nothing about you. You know, if you ain't keeping no muscles, you ain't keep shooting steroids and got muscles so they can make something off of that. They can, you know, use you to be the face of their product. If you ain't got that, they'll drop you. And just like he said it all. He said it like, you know, he said, you know, these people will drop you. He said, they'll drop you. He said, darn, you know, I know if they drop me, I'm going to lose my house, lose my cars. He said, you know, so at the end of the day, these folk, they pay for all that stuff for you. They pay for all that stuff for you. But if honestly, if I were one of them bodybuilders, I would tell the supplement company, look here, this is the kind of deal we'll sign. If I sign something with you, I'm gonna sign the house that you get me. That's gonna be paid for in full by me. I mean, that's gonna be paid for in full. I'm not gonna be under contract with you guys, and then I get sick or something and I can't make it. Then you drop me and then I lose everything I got. No, if you buy me that house, or you buy me the car and you buy me the car that I'm getting, yeah, I signed a contract with you. But I'm not going to go on a dummy run. Everybody gets sick every once in a while. So you know good and well you're going to make more off of me than I make off of you, because at the end of the day, when I get sick and can't work out no more and lose my muscles, you're going to go on and left me. And then everything I got, you're going to take it because you own it. No, I'm not finna rent a house from you. But yeah. Cedric McMillan, he told the truth. But yeah, I'm just saying though, man, you guys that you ain't gonna make it big. And like I say, man, them steroids get in y'all head and it messes up your brain, man. You guys let me tell you something. You guys that's don't speak English, you ain't never gonna win Mr. Olympia. You just wasting your time, bro. You just killing your body, wasting your time. Because, look, they not going to pick nobody to win if you ain't got a big social media following. You got to have a lot of social media followers, and you got to speak English. Why you guys speak English? Because how you gonna promote their company? How you gonna promote the supplement? How you gonna tell people the supplement is good and this and that, and you don't speak no English? You might can do it in your country where you're from, but hey, this is all about America. This thing is, hosted by Americans. They the one they the one picking who win, who got the best social media following and all that right there. All that stuff is accountable in with that. If you ain't got no social media following, you ain't got no big social media following, you ain't even finna get chosen. You not finna make it to the first top 10. No, that's what they looking for, somebody to promote the sport. You can tell people how good Mr. Olympus is and what it did for you and how it changed your life and everything. And, stuff like that. Because like I say, they have, and like I say, if people ever wonder where they get the money at to get these bodybuilders that win. Well, let me explain something to you, man. You got rich millionaires. They donate money to events like that. And the reason why they donate money like that, because they going to file it on their taxes and get it right back. But if I can hide $1 million or $2 million, that's less the IRS know I got in the bank. A lot of them getting ready to go through divorces with the wife. They going to hide that money somewhere. And the way to hide it, let me donate $3 million to the Mr. Olympus program. Now, at the end of the year, when me and her go to court and the judge look at my bank access and it says, well, you had $3 million. We got the figures, but $3 million. Where the $3 million at? I donated to charity. Because see, you can donate it in a form of donation and you can file it on your taxes and get it back. So if you donate it to charity, a charity event, and see, you got these programs, they set up well, they can accept charity donations. A lot of colleges set up that way. A lot of places in the world are set up that way. They set that up where they can accept charity programs, donations. And like I say, this been going on for years. These people hide their money in donation. A lot of them finna go through divorce and they hide that money so the wife can't get it. Wife can't get it. And then they also do it like this. What they do have to get a wife, they give it to in court. They say they go to court and they have to get a wife half of their millions. Okay, you ever notice people that go through divorce and the wife have to get half of it? You ever know they be on TV smiling like they ain't never lost, like she ain't took 50 million from them? They be walking around TV and happy, smiling like that ain't never. Man, if I lost $50 million, man, they probably bury me. I'd be that sick. But they walk around like ain't nothing. And I'll tell you why. Why? Because when they give it to her, they give it to her in a donation form. That way right there, boom. Tell her, look, your lawyer gonna tell her lawyer, look here, we can give you the money, but first, can you set yourself up a donation trust fund, a donation charitable fund? Can you set yourself up one of them? And if you do that, we'll give you an extra $1 million. Why wouldn't you do it? You're going to give me an extra $1 million to do that, and you're going to give me all my money and give me an extra $1 million to set it up in a donation form, charity donation form. Oh, yeah, she'll do that. Her and her lawyers will draw that up, boom. Now you send her that money. Now that's for you to get it back on your taxes. That's why they be walking around like they ain't lost nothing. But yeah. Just want to bring that to y'all, man. Like I say, these bodybuilders, man. Y'all better quit playing, man. And like I say, y'all folks want to be built. Y'all want muscles so bad you willing to die for them. You willing to die for them, man. All that hard work. All that grunting and stunting and grunting in the gym. All them hours. Got to go to the gym every day. Man, who want? I just think, man, I wouldn't want to be doing that every day. Got to go in here and put my body through some pain every day. Every day I gotta grunt and work out. You gotta keep pumping the muscles up so they'll stay. Otherwise, you don't pump them up, they'll go down. Man, you think I'm gonna be putting all that work in on something and then I can't keep them muscles? Shoot, when I get done working out, doctor tell me I'm sick and I can't work out no more. And then people looking at me like, dang, man, what happened to you? Darn, man, you the same size as me. You know, you you see that, you see a homeless man sitting outside the store. You walk in the store, he look at you like, dang, man, you the same size as me. You used to be 3 times my size. You know, you were 320 pounds, 340 pounds. You lose all that, now you walk around 170 pounds. What, man? People look at you like, man, you gonna feel worse. You gonna feel worse about yourself then. I mean, you'll feel worse about yourself now than you felt before you even touched the weight. Whatever made you get into bodybuilding, whatever depression you had, whatever, you know, that made you get into bodybuilding, whatever worst feeling that you was feeling that made you get in bodybuilding, you're going to feel double worse than that when you lose all the muscles. But yeah. And like I say, man, it's a dangerous thing. It's sweeping kids, getting kids in the 7th and 8th grade, they ordering steroids, sneaking in their mom pocketbook, getting their mom a credit card and ordering stuff, you know. But anyway, man, I'm here, I'm signing out.